Alrighty guys, welcome back to the rise of Florida racing. So we are here in Austria, we got the team together and we're watching the data and stuff, and looks like this is going to be a fairly wet race. We're looking at quite a bit of rain going on. So we got ourselves 400 resource points. We're going to check and see if we can do anything in the R&D. I don't think we're going to be able to, but might as well check and make sure. So we need a little bit more there. Yep, nothing really. We can use those resource points. So, going to have those left in the bank for a little while here. So, very good. Alrighty. So, not using those obviously. Let me see. Oh yes. Need to fit our energy store there. Get that updated. And we're going to go to qualified. Let's go. Alright guys, so here we go. We are in the garage. And so we got, it's a fairly good track. We're going to go with increased downforce. Well actually no, we're going to go with the regular setup because we're going to have rain. So shouldn't need too much downforce hopefully, as we'll probably be going slower with rain tires on. So we're going to see how all that works. But we're going to start off our qualifying lap and see how we do. So obviously we're here at Red Bull, the Red Bull capital of the world, so to speak. There we go, get that all cleared up. Alright, got the car where I want it. So far the car feels really good. Gotta brake early, brake early, brake early, brake early. Not enough brake. That's fine. So far we are in front of everybody else. I doubt that's going to last long. There we go. Yep. And there goes the Mercedes car. See if we can make up any more time here. Good night. We're going to start third. Yeah. Very cool, very cool. So I'm actually pretty good at this track, so hopefully that's going to help. But we'll see. See how the race goes. But that's definitely helpful.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Hamilton, Bottas, and the Rainmaster. Well, that wraps up
so hopefully that skill comes in handy.
We'll be back tomorrow as we head
see where our teammate is here. And he's all the way at the bottom, so okie dokie. We're gonna have to work on him some more. So we beat Magnussen, so we kind of closed the gap there, so that's kind of nice. We got 4 races remaining in that little rivalry going on. We have improved our overall team acclaim, so that is very nice. Not sure if that's going to get us another sponsor spot or not. I'll have to check when we get back into the office. So can we win in the rain? That's going to be the question.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Alrighty, so we got, let's see here. We have, let's see, yeah, so it's going to be pretty much rain the entire race is what Jeff's given us here. So very good. So we got that taken care of. We basically know what's all going on. Okie dokie. So let's head on out to the race.
This is it then, race day in Spielberg for this year's Austrian Grand Prix. The grandstands were a sea of red in 2019 thanks to the commemorative hats in honour of the late great Niki Lauda, who took home victory of course back in 1984. And it's a sellout crowd once again here today. It's a short lap here in Spielberg with just 10 corners, 7 rights and 3 lefts, making up the total distance of 2.6 miles. And expect to see a lot of cars running wide today, especially through the last corner, as the wet conditions make the cars skittish through the downhill sections. Anthony Davidson, could be a wet one today. Great to have you with us. What are your thoughts?
It is a touch damp, isn't it? Well, as a driver, there are 3 big things to worry about when racing in these kind of conditions: standing water, tyre temperature and visibility. Judging distance to the cars around you is really tricky when you're driving through the vast amounts of spray that these wet weather Pirelli tyres kick up.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have the Rainmaster, Vettel, Sergio Perez, and Verstappen, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Albon, and Lando Norris. Fiat, Gasly, Carlos Sainz, and Stroll, Ocon, Grosjean, Kevin Magnussen, and George Russell. Latifi, Giovinazzi, Correa, and Kimi Raikkonen finishes off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
I guess that was cool. So, luckily, our teammate will not be starting last, but we're going to have rain the entire race. So we're going to check out strategy here. Obviously, it's going to be wet all the way. Sounds like the best strategy to me. Let's see here. How many laps? 20 laps. So let's see. We're going to be saving quite a bit, so I think we can take that down. Car setup obviously ready to go, so I think we are good. So we have less fuel load, so that's going to make the car a little bit lighter, but yeah, it should be a pretty easy race overall. The biggest problem is, because I'm starting so far forward, is obviously getting wrecked from behind. That's the thing that I'm going to be concerned about, so we'll see how that does. By the way, how do you like these pilot aviation type gloves? I think they're pretty cool, look nice. But anyways, yeah, it's going to be interesting going off into this first turn, so let's go. And I haven't practiced in the rain on this track, so I went right off into the corner. So that's why we're going to be using lean for the majority of this race. Here comes, who's that, Hamilton? Yep. So luckily everyone else is going slow, so I should hopefully be able to use this greatly to my advantage. The biggest thing is wrecking and going too fast off into this turn here. It's going to be a lot of early braking, and etc. Now, one thing that will be interesting is it's not rain, it's not a torrential downpour. So the question is, will we get like a semi-wet and dry lane going on this track, or is it just going to stay wet? I actually don't remember if that's actually in the game, but it seems like, yeah, it is. Yeah, I've seen that before, so. Alright, so the biggest thing, sending it off into the corners. So definitely, the car is not the best cornering yet. Still has some chassis work to do with the suspension, etc. But once I get to the straight, It looks like I'm pretty unbeatable as Hamilton and Bottas are being pretty conservative here. So we're gonna see. Looks like Hamilton's trying to make a move, and I overshot. Is he okay? Yeah, they got a warning there, but we're trying to come back out without wrecking anybody. So there's that. Honestly, this game has some penalty calls like NASCAR does. It's like kind of dumb. It's like, well, yeah, I overshot it, but I also was able to use more of the stuff off track to be able to blend back in without wrecking anybody. So it's like, come on, it's like, you do have to take some common sense along there as well. So, bad call by the official in my great opinion. Alright, so he asked Jeff to be a little bit on the quiet side. Hamilton got into us. See if there's any damage here. There is not, so we're good. Charles Leclerc has got a pretty good lap. Is he going 3 wide behind me? We got 3 wide. That's not going to work out too good for them, but that's going to make them fall back. Hallelujah. Alright, yep, so Jeff there telling me it was looking like they might be able, the storm might get out of here. So I cut that one a little bit close. Hamilton's going to get it more than likely here. I'll let him go. It's like Bottas. He's going to... Yep, Bottas is going to go here. Throwing up water into my face. Thanks, guys. Got Leclerc back there. Nope, that's Vettel. Leclerc was back there, but yeah, it's Vettel. Alright, we might try using some overtake on the straights here. Get a little bit more speed. But the car's handling good in the rain, so now that I got the feel of the corners pretty well. Alright, overtake in use on the straights. Here we go. Just get that little bit more speed going on. And now it's kind of nice because I actually have these guys to follow, so I can kind of anticipate my turns a little bit better. So that's actually kind of helpful. Could have used the overtake there. Hey, I want it to be that way, dude. I am fine with that. I will use my overtake, but I'm not making this engine any faster, dude. Nobody else is, and I'm not really wanting to lengthen my lead at this point. It is wet out here. Very wet. Let's see, where's the teammate? Teammate is way back there, unfortunately. Luckily, he is not the last car, so that's nice, as we almost drive off into the turn. Too much. Pretty wide, though. Racing here in the rain. That's what you call crazy. Alright. We're using the overtake though. We are using overtake on the straights, and that seems to be keeping us out of the clutches of Vettel. So, and see, with these guys in front of me, I can anticipate my turns a lot better. I'm making cleaner laps, so that is working out to my advantage there. And once again, could have used overtake there as well, but didn't think about it. So we're going to get into our overtake. And we got a caution. Nope, got it. Okay, we're good. Well, still kind of cautionary in that turn. Everyone's kind of piled up there. Not really a wreck, just traffic. And Daniel Kivat he's out of here. So that's potentially another position for our buddy Manuel. So we'll see how that works. I think there is, you can see that just the tires kicking up the rain, or it is actually getting worse. Okay, there we go, much better. We did a little bit of a break, then we just kind of coasted into the turn. That felt good. That felt real good. Alright, so we might be able, at the end of, I'm going to say if I can keep with these guys like I have, use overtake on this straightaway here, that's going to help. But if I keep with these guys, I might be able to switch over to standard and get in front of them. Currently, no damage on the car. As I say that, I run into Botas, so there we go. Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got somebody. Let's see how the car handles. Fairly good. So not a whole lot of a loss in the rain at lowest speeds, so yeah, a little bit of downforce loss there, you can feel that going wide. Well, if the pace car comes out, we will pit. And we already got one car out that was off on track, so our pace car potential is fairly high. Yeah, don't have as much downforce for the turns. Ooh, got loose a little bit there. Felt the rear tires slide. Woo. Definitely don't want that. So currently we are really doing well, just running on we're running on lean. We haven't even switched over to standard yet, and we are still, if just judging by my advance into the corner, I can outbrake these guys into the corners, so I am probably faster than these guys just with that, because look at this, I can gain a whole lot to the corner, but I'm braking extra to make sure I don't run into them. So even with that little bit of wing off, I think we are good. This turn right here, this is going to be the worst one, because I don't have that particular side of the car with the downforce now. So luckily, I think we're doing pretty good. We've got to get more turbo wings on this car, that's for sure. Alright, so 7 laps completed. Coming up to complete number 8. We'll have 10 more. Vettel making a bit of a charge there, but I also didn't use my overtake, so use an overtake now. And we pull away. We're not getting a mixed 3. We're going to try standard, but I'm not promising you anything there, Jeff. So you know. Alright, how are we doing? How are we doing? Doing pretty good, doing pretty good. Didn't use overtake there because I was using... Ah! There's the other wing! Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, you think? Alrighty, we got wing damage. How's the car working? Feel it in the turns here and see. Yep. That's not good. That's not good. Hey Vettel, you really don't want to be there, dude. You really don't want to be there. Where'd Leclerc come from? Why is he purple? That's weird. We got a pretty hard hit there with Ricardo. Who was that? See, I had Albon, someone beside me, and I kind of got into Ricardo there. He got loose, went into the wall, came back across the track. I'm going to check damage here. We got a lot of wing damage. Everything else looks pretty good. We got Norris and Gasly behind us. Currently, the car really doesn't feel like I can't drive it. So we got lowest speeds of obviously right there. I can't drive it, but it doesn't feel totally undrivable. So right now I'm just gonna stay out here and just kind of hope for caution, full course caution here. So let's see, again, we have Norris go by us. Bye bye Norris there. We have Gasly coming up. Ricardo looks like he's back into it. He's 9 seconds back or so. So we are going to stay in it here. Right, Ricardo, you do what you need to do there, mate. Actually, that's Gasly. So yeah, you guys, Gasly, go. Go on there, Gasly. As we hit the sign. Currently we're in the 10th position. The other guys are 8 seconds back. So we're not pitting. Might regret that, but at least we're... I think if you're in 10th, you get points, right? Well, hey, if I'm in 10th position, if I just finish 10th, that's a pretty big win-win for our team. So hey, it's like with a damaged car finishing that high, it's like hey, we are going to go with that if we can here. I mentioned with the possibility of other cars in front wrecking out and stuff like that as we try to turn. There we go. Got 8 laps remaining. Yep, car is tough to turn. Thank you, Jeff. Also got the lack of downforce in the front, so that's going to help out with tire wear up there. So that is helpful. Also, the other thing is starting to turn a lot earlier than even before now to be able to get the car to actually negotiate the turns there. Ocon signs are about 5 seconds behind me, so I gotta keep an eyeball on those two. Yeah, a little bit too close now. Get some distance here. Not much better turn. Yeah, exactly, they're closing in pretty good here. Yep, car is rattling pretty hard trying to take the turns, so that's not helpful. Signs and Ocon closing in fairly good, unfortunately. I'm going to look at hopefully keeping them towards the back, if we can. Obviously, Bottas has the fastest lap. Not sure if that's going to put him in the front or not. Definitely good for him. And cut 110. We still get him on the outside, which is hilarious. Four laps remaining. So far we'll be able to keep these guys behind us. If we can get that final 2 turns down, we should be able to keep them there. But I'm not gonna count on that, because Volcon's about to go past me here. And signs. Got, who did we get in? And got into signs there, I believe. And there is a safety car. This will be our chance to get our pitting done. Not sure how that's working. Again, new tires, new wing. Hopefully this will help us on the restart. Alright, and back out on track. Brand new tires and etc. Oh, hey, whatever. It's not like you're specific on what position I'm supposed to be in. Back to green? No, I can't tell. Go back to green, I think. Whew, got really loose coming out of that turn there. Thank you. Again. Car doesn't have any rear grip, so we'll have to look at some chassis development in that area. Colin's spinning, so I'm gonna have to work on that, as I said. So once again, not the day we wanted, but not bad. Proved we had speed.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
That's got to be the Flying Finn. Wait, how many Flying Fins have we had now? Anyway, I'm talking about Bottas this time. Just great raw speed, and a good job in traffic as well.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. How do you feel the weather affected the outcome today?
Changed strategies, but the top drivers still performed the best.
Why do you
Really
think
did.
you weren't as quick as your teammate today?
Let's see, I made a few mistakes and they
There
were
was
more
quite a lot of
consistent.
contact today, wasn't there?
So with the drivers, let's see, I think I gave as good as I got there. Yeah, I think I gave as good as I got there, honestly.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Alright, thank you. Alright, got ourselves some sponsorship money. Let's go. Guys, we're gonna head back to the shop and we'll bring you back once we get there and we're gonna work on stuff. But that's it for this video. We'll see you here next time.